How to knit the woven basket stitch for the loom. For today's tutorial, you will need your knitting loom. Today we are using the Kiss regular gauge knitting loom with no spacers in between the pins and the pegs, your knitting tools, and a ball of yarn. Today we are using Tosh Chunky by Madeline Tosh in the color Whiskers. For this stitch, we will be using the following techniques: knit stitch, cable 2 front. To begin working this stitch, cast on in multiples of 2. Row 1. We will begin our repeat by doing a cable 2 front stitch. I'm going to show you the traditional way of doing a cable 2 front stitch and a modified way for the Kiss loom that makes doing the stitch go much quicker. The traditional way I like to do a cable 2 front stitch is by slipping the first stitch and knitting the next stitch. Lift that stitch off the peg and hold it with your fingers, then slip the previous stitch onto the next peg. Set down the stitch in your fingers on the now empty peg and knit the next stitch. Repeat this, cabling 2 back until the end of the row. If you're using a Kiss loom with the pins in the back, then you can use a modified version of the cable 2 front stitch to help your knitting go a little faster. To do the modified version, slip the first stitch just like before and knit the next stitch. Pick up that stitch and instead of holding it in the back with your fingers, just slip it onto the pin prior to the previous stitch. Then knit the previous stitch and slip it over one peg. To finish the cable 2 front stitch, move the stitch from the pin onto the empty peg, but I generally leave the stitch on the pin until I reach the end of the row. Once I reach the end of the row, I like to go back through and move all the stitches off the pins and onto their corresponding pegs. This also helps with the tension in the yarn so your stitches are not too loose. Row 2. Knit the first stitch. Then we will begin our repeat with a cable 2 front stitch. Again, if you're not using the Kiss loom, you will need to do the traditional version of the cable 2 front stitch. But since I am using a Kiss loom, I'm going to use the modified version I demonstrated on the previous row. Repeat this, cabling 2 back all the way across to the last stitch. Then knit the last stitch. Repeat rows 1 and 2 until you've reached your desired length. And that's how you knit the woven basket stitch for the loom. Want more loom knitting tutorials? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow our blog at vintagestorehouse.com to get new videos and posts sent right to your inbox. Thanks for watching!